Greetings friends, Reformed Stoic here, back with another video. Got my thinking cap on for this one. So I got some new content on my channel. I figure we'll kind of go back to the basics a little bit. Maybe get a video that's get a little bit more views, a little bit more likes, more comments. Let's support it, gang. What's the future of oofy doofy, black pill, red pill, Manosphere, MRA, basically just the lonely, misunderstood men of the internet who have joined all of these bizarre men's groups to hash out these things about women? Well, here's what I think, guys. There's a fork in the road. Let me describe what's happening first. Let me describe what exactly this process is. And then that will lead to the decision that you're going to have to make down the line. So, these dynamics are dynamics that are not exactly new, but it is a product of the free love movement, which is somewhat new. Okay, when you go back a certain distance in time, there was more monogamy in the West, and there was also more prostitution. So if you wanted to take part in promiscuous sex, it was much more accepted, or what's the word here? It was this thing where, like, there was pressure on women specifically not to take part in promiscuous sex, okay? Ultimately, for most cultures, for all of history, women sleeping around and not having some sort of social consequences for it is brand new. That's pretty new. And my take on that is that when free love was happening, the black pill had not showed up yet. So average men who are the black pillars and the Spurgburgers of today, they had a better shot of taking part in free love. You know, all you had to do was like have some drugs and wear a tie-dyed shirt and go like this at like a concert, and you know, and then get in somebody's van and then maybe get kidnapped by the CIA and force-fed high amounts of LSD through a test tube and then tortured and interviewed and programmed to murder somebody. Maybe that would have happened, but you probably forgot about it, so it's all good. I digress. It was available. And now, with technology, feminism having progressed, the internet, social media, now free love is only available to Chad in the male department. And then, you know, basically, in layman's terms, Chad, for the most part. Women have become more selective with who gets to take part in free love because it's become easier for them. Game was about, like, women didn't have a phone with all the highest value men in it, and they didn't know that that was ever going to be a thing. And women used to be more creatures of convenience and opportunity. I'm at this bar, this guy's making me laugh, feeding me drinks. Yeah, he's 5'9". Yeah, his hairline's not perfect, but this is the guy of the night. This is the guy who won tonight. Sure, that could still possibly be a thing, but now women have evolved and adapted to, I got a phone full of matches on Tinder, and this guy's 6'4", and this guy is millionaire, and this guy's got an Instagram full of pictures on a yacht. It's a whole different ballgame now. And yeah, so then just finishing up this thought is like, women, you know, if you wanted to have promiscuous sex, you would go to hookers. And women being promiscuous happened, but it was not like it is today. It was not socially accepted. And then monogamy was more of a regular thing. It was a little bit more obtainable for guys to get married young. The economy was different. society functioned better on a lot of different levels. But all of these things can open up different discussions and different debate. Maybe people already disagree with things that I've said, but you know what? Let's just move on to the next part. So men started becoming aware of this, and this is things that they were just kind of suspicious of in their minds. And then these communities formed online. And then men were able to start confirming the way that they felt. Because what started as just like a suspicion, it's like, wow, am I highly, highly disadvantaged because of my hair and my height? It seems that it is that way. I get a lot of crap for it. I've faced a lot of rejection. And then you go into these hug boxes online, which I'm not putting it down, but you go into these spaces online where other men are confirming your experiences. And then there was a debate between PUA and the Blackpill, and I would say now, with the help of like statistics gathered from dating sites and whatnot, the Blackpill has won. Cue Chud meme, all hope is lost. Like cue the Chud looking off into the distance. It's like, what's left? With like the Batman, the Christian Bale Batman voice. This is a city that wants to be good. What's left? They proved the Blackpill. Sometimes the truth isn't good enough. The Blackpill's basically been proven. The absolute state of PUAs. I think like PUA Tyler, RSD Tyler is like still trying to convince you that he's the man or something, but it's over. The Blackpill won. So what did the introduction of these spaces for men do? Did it make men's problems better or worse? Because I think in the idealization that these guys are having is, we're all gonna like talk to each other and iron out our problems, and then we're gonna make a presentation. Excuse me, ting ting ting, normies of the world and chads. Here, Stacy's and chads and normies and everybody. Women rejected us because we were short and weird looking and awkward and autistic, and we just want you guys to know. So now that we've told you that, how do we move forward, people of the world? Dude, you're a fucking loser, dude. Dude, you're making me cringe, dude. And then life goes on. It didn't help, is the point. There was never anything to win or to be solved. The sad truth is that these communities are not going to help you fix these problems that you have socially. And all those things I listed, like being short or bald or weird looking or autistic, because what you find is like there's guys who are like, man, like I'm not even bad looking and I suck with women. Well, that's where the autism comes in. Spending a lot of time in these hug boxes is not going to help you. And if you're listening to this and you're like mid-20s, I don't like putting an age cutoff, okay? It's like, if you still want there to be hope, bro, just leave. Leave the Blackpill community, dude. Like, leave the Blackpill community. Leave these forums. Don't go into these women threads anymore. Literally, like, take a deep breath. Enroll in university. Watch PUA videos. Go make friends. Join a bunch of meetup groups. Like, just get outside, dude, and live. And if you're like me, it's too late for me, boyos. It's too late for me, dude. I've been a Spurgburger in paradise for a really long time. And these videos, this community is like a cancer. But wait, this is leading somewhere with a little bit of a twist. This is like a cancer for any hope that you have of reintegrating into society, okay? Like, if you want success with women, if you want to, win friends and influence people, whatever that book is called, like, read that book. That's an old, like, charisma book. If you want to make friends and influence people and woo women and be a person of the world, then you should probably just create a goal to, like, never watch this kind of content ever again. And I will just go ahead and put the age cut off. If you're if you're in high school watching these videos, if you're 20 years old, it's like, oh, I'm 20 years old and women think I'm awkward. It's like, dude, go to the gym, put on a polo, listen to every mumble rap album that came out in the last 10 years and like have like a resting I'm so cool guy face and learn how to talk slow. And, what's up, player? Hey, what up, player? Hey, what up, girl? Yeah, just try to, do that. Like, do that if you're under 25, basically. And, if it means the world to you, it doesn't matter how old you are. Do that. Figure out how to blend in with normies. Now, you're either going to do that, but you might be like, dude, I'm in this too deep, and I know too much about this, and... Because the thing is, guys, is like I said, it's like a cancer for your ability to blend back into the world. Well, the world is not such a great place. Because I'm not telling you that the things that you learn in this community are falsehoods. They're not. But it's only a selection of it. I mean, eventually you get it down. What you want to avoid is, how complicated is this stuff? Do you got a nice jaw? No. Is your head in nice shape? No. Are you tall? No. Do you have a good hairline? No. It's over for you, buddy boyo, okay? There's nothing else to learn about it. Like, that's all there is. It's like, there's these traits that men have, and either you have them or you don't. Do you have charisma? Are you autistic? Yes or no? Like, figure it out, okay? You can probably learn the Blackpill ideology, the Blackpill science. You can master it in like a week. Then it's time to move on. Then it's time to figure out what went wrong with history. Then it's time to figure out like what you believe. Like, do you believe in the West? Do you think that like something is happening in terms of demographic replacement? Like, do you believe in patriarchy? What do you think about feminism? What do you think about the modern world? Like, basically, guys, you might have trouble fitting in, not just because of the way you look, because of the way you are. See, with me, personally, the way I look is part of it, but it's also the way I am. It's also the way I talk, and it's like, as far as autism goes, I don't even really know if I believe in that stuff. I mean, I believe in Asperger's, but like high-functioning autism, that basically just means you're weird, bro. And with me, it's like, it's not that I don't have a filter to know like what's normal to say or not. I just want to say it. I just want to say what I think, and I don't care about the consequences. And I think that that's become evident at this point. I just want to say it, bro. I don't want to hide how I'm feeling and blend in with the world. Like, I think I'm better than the world. And I think it's better to speak the truth, and I think it's better to live in truth, man. And I'm like that guy, if you ever saw the movie The Perfect Storm, like when the boat is sinking at the end of the movie, this captain, he's underwater, and he like goes to the frame of a door, and you see him breathing out some bubbles, and then he just goes back in. It's like, yeah, he's going down with the ship, bro. That's that classic. That's the captain going down with the ship. It's like, yeah, I don't want to get saved. I don't want to swim to the surface. I'm just gonna go sit on my boat chair while my boat is literally underwater and I'm literally drowning, and that's it. I'm going down with the ship. And I don't know why. Because this stuff about like divorce and how modern women are, it's all true, dude. And so then you can like get to the bottom of this stuff and think less like an internet hug box person and more like a philosopher. You can start reading Schopenhauer. Just go Google Schopenhauer on women and go read like Schopenhauer's works on women, and then you can just study Schopenhauer in general and Nietzsche and philosophy in general and history. And I can tell you guys that I didn't really read very much until like 2014. So however smart anybody thinks I am or however I come off to people, this is like 9 years of giving a shit and reading books and studying history and watching documentaries and trying. It took me 9 years to become this guy, because before that, I was pretty much just a party dude, bro. 9 years of reading books and being interested and going down rabbit holes, and I've had my beliefs tested many times, and You might be an intellectual, bro. And I'm very confident that women don't like intellectuals. If you make money, if like you're like a high caliber intellectual and it becomes a career and you make money, but we're living in a time where you probably have to sell out. You probably have to sell out, dude. Like, Jay Dyer said that like he majored in CIA like his master's program was on like CIA, how they weaponize ideologies. Who was in the audience when he was giving his dissertation? And therefore, my friends, that is my master's thesis on how the CIA controls the world through everything. And the CIA stands up and gives him a round of applause. Wow, that was beautiful, Jay Dyer. So let's go have a meeting. This is what you're allowed to say. This is what you're not allowed to say. This is what you have to say. And this is how your fucking channel's gonna work. Because they run the universities. Jay Dyer knows that, bro. He literally teaches about the PRISP program and weaponizing anthropology, that book. And so he teaches that they run the universities. So how you're gonna like get a master's from university on how the CIA operates and then go tell everybody about it, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But the point is, to be some hotshot wearing a suit, acting like you're the man, intellectual in the world, you kind of have to sell out on some level. Sometimes people slip through the cracks, but I'm just saying, dude, like, you might just be a real one. And in my opinion, the realest, real ones, they basically learn how to be happy on their own. And then you know what? Maybe God will bless you finding that quirky girl who likes you exactly the way you are, bro. Who likes your quirks, who likes the way that you talk too much, who likes that you overthink things. You might find the girl that, like, you don't have to walk on eggshells with. Because basically, guys, the red pill literally teaches that, like PUA. It teaches that you're supposed to figure out how to walk on eggshells around a woman so she always thinks that you're a certain kind of guy. And that, like, if you ever blow it and you, like, show a moment of whatever to her, then, she's basically entitled to leave you because you blew it, because you failed to be an alpha male. And I just think that's bullshit, and I don't want to live that way. I want to be exactly who I am, bro. I want to let my freak flag fly. And when you get past, like, the dopamine and the emotions, when you get past the, oh my gosh, I wanted to cuddle with a girl sideways on the couch while I'm watching The Notebook, and then immediately listen to Marvin Gaye after. I used to fantasize about that when I was a kid. After you get over that, you're going to be living with a girl who maybe, like, will change your entire life. And you might realize someday, after the emotions burn out, like, wow, I kind of liked doing my own thing, and I didn't even really appreciate it, and I didn't even really realize it. And instead of me, like, ever finding love and figuring that out, I think I just, like, philosophized to that, bro. But I'm to a point where it's like, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll fall in love and get married. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be a famous rapper, and maybe I won't. Maybe I'll have a career playing drums, and maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just have fun. I think definitely I'm going to have fun. I think definitely I'm going to, like, if the world really tries to keep me hidden forever, it's like, oh, no, he's not smart. No, he's not a good drummer. He's not a good rapper. It's like, oh, yeah, well, listen to this. So, turn it off. He's not allowed to be smart and talented and good because he said the bad thing. And I think it's going to be funny if that's my entire life. If, like, the rest of my life is people trying to pretend that I'm not smart and talented, I'm going to get a kick out of it, dude. Because I see what the world is, man, and it's so petty, and people are so just judgmental and fake, and but that's who I am, dude, and I don't want you to, like, idolize me and then try to be like me, only to figure out that, like, you can't handle it, and it's not a challenge. Somebody is, like, struggling quitting weed. Dude, I struggled quitting weed, and I've had times where it's like, wow, it was a mistake for me to try to quit weed. And it's one of those things where you don't want to fake it. And I'm not trying to talk down to anybody. It's just like, I quit weed when I was ready, and it was a good thing for me. But you might be in a place where you need to keep smoking weed. And I've been in that place, and I'm not trying to, like, father-son you, dude. It just is what it is. You just got to do what you got to do when you're ready. And the thing about going down this long path, like, just deciding to go down with the ship, like, yeah, I don't want to, like, get a career and go to university and try to be normal and try to fit in. Like, I want to be like Reformed Stoic and spurg all over the place and get put on watch lists and lose all my friends and laugh as, you know, the illusion of what I thought my life was burns down all around me. You might go through that path and you might resent me, dude. You might be like, wow, I remember that video that Stoic made that I thought sounded really cool in the moment, and I thought I wanted to be this edgy philosopher guy, but now I'm alone and I have nothing, and fuck you, dude. So, and I want you guys to know that, like, I think I'm gonna be alright, bro. I think that this chapter of my life, coming back home, it built up in my mind for a long time. I wondered what it would be like to come back home, and it's been so incredibly, like, passive-aggressive, dude, and I don't want to just, like, fling a bunch of negativity on the people of Kodiak, but a person like me can't exist here. I should probably, like, live in LA or New York City. Like, I should be a city person, dude. That's where I would thrive. Like, that's where shit would pop off for me. I'm not going to say where I'm going, but, yeah, dude, I can't exist in a place like this. And, wherever I'm going, like, I'm gonna kind of, like, regroup, be my own person, be mysterious. I'm gonna go with, like, the path of least resistance, very little. I'm not gonna be, like, cold approaching women. I'm not gonna be, like, trying hard to insert myself. I'm be minding my own business, doing my own thing. You know, if somebody gets in my path, somebody invites me to dinner or somebody invites me to do something, I'm gonna be sure, and I'm gonna be easygoing, and I'm not gonna say too much. And I'm just gonna kind of feed people with a long-handled spoon, dude, and just try to be a nice guy, you know, a little bit of just understanding, you know, let other people talk. Maybe somebody thinks, like, they're super interesting, and, like, I just act like I'm super boring, and then underneath it all, you know, I'm this weird, spurgy internet philosopher, and they have no idea, and I don't know, man. So the point being is that there's actually 3 roads you can take. And one of them is in between. And the in-between one is the absolute worst one. Because that's being half-assed, that's fence-sitting, that's basically being a coward. And what's going to happen is if you take the coward route, it's going to be horrible. Like, you will suffer. You will be punished for not pulling up your pants and making a big boy decision. You're either going to never watch any of these Blackpill videos ever again, try to forget about it, but like, no, you know what, dude, I think I just need to, like, buy a polo and look myself in the mirror and learn how to smile and say things the right way and not take rejection personally. It's a numbers game, improve myself, and I need to go figure it out. Because you know what, dude, if you keep doing that, you'll probably figure it out. So you're either going to reinsert yourself back into the world and get away from this crap, or you're going to take the middle path where I don't know, and I'm alone, and I'm ugly, and you're going to lay down and rot. You're going to lay down and rot, and you're going to, like, shit your pants every time you get a notification that, oh my gosh, like, so-and-so just went live, you know? Joe Blackpill just went live. I can't wait to hear about how it's over for short guys for the millionth time. That's the middle path. The right path is like, okay, I get it. Women are superficial. Moving on. Let's learn about history. Let's learn about Schopenhauer's pessimism. Let's learn about Nietzsche and his thoughts on Christianity being Platonism for the masses. And let's study theologies. Like, let's study, you know, everything from the ground up. Catholic Church, Orthodox Church, Protestantism, Reformation. And where did it line up with history? Where does theology meet with history and philosophy? And, you know, let's look at some of these conspiracy theories and let's, like, keep it far away. But I don't know, does any of this match up with history and theology and philosophy? And you might be an intellectual, dude. Like, you might be a thinker, and the sooner you can just move on and start reading books, because that's what I did. I was isolated in Vegas. I was having trouble figuring out how to meet people for the next stage of my life. I met this group of kids, or people, that they were like 20 and 21. I was 23, 24. And they wanted to be my friends, dude. And I was just kind of like, you know what, dude? I had a group of friends like this in Boston, and I'm just, to be honest, I felt like they were more talented and more worth my time, and, like, I think I'm just going to keep doing my own thing, because I already started reading some books. I already started going down these rabbit holes. It's like, you know what? For the first time in my life, I'm kind of inspired to just, like, be alone and read books and do my own thing, and I'm just going to keep doing this, man. I don't want to pal around with this group of people. So, whatever path you choose, man, choose wisely, bro. and realize that at the end of the road that I've taken, where like you it's really like individualist. You individualize, you study, you come up with worldviews. I would recommend like not having a channel like mine. I would recommend not making a bunch of noise and trying to be controversial, because that's a good way to get harassed, like I do. Like, maybe keep it to yourself. Don't be all hungry. Maybe, you know, be in some people's chats, say some interesting things. Maybe be in some discords. But, you know, use VPNs and, like, hide your identity and don't tell people things about yourself. And try to keep your identity under wraps, you know? Maybe make content on YouTube with a freaking AI text-to-speech voice. And you don't even, like, show a picture of yourself. You don't even get on camera. And keep everything anonymized, dude. Or use a voice changer. Like, hide your identity, bros. Don't get doxxed. Don't deal with that. It's not been pleasant, bro. But I feel like I was made for this. And I'm up for the challenge. And I am who I am, man. Like, this is my path. And basically, like, who you thought you were and what you thought life was supposed to be, the Blackpill is killing that. The Manosphere is killing that. All these red pills, all this getting woke, it's killing who you thought you were. You're either going to take, I guess you could say, like, the right path, or it doesn't matter if it's left or right. We don't need to make that comparison. You could take the path where you dive to save your shattering image of who you were and what life is supposed to be, and put the pieces together and glue it back together and put on a polo and go to a bar and walk up to women and say, hey, like, I really like your shoes, oh my gosh. And I mean, I don't even know anything about what to say to women anymore, because I don't care anymore, bro. I'm going with the Bible. Like, I think that free love was a mistake. I think sex is supposed to be between married people, and I think that there's a lot of worldliness inside of churches now, and I think that very interesting things are going to be happening in the world over the next 10 years, and I kind of just want to, like, commentate and play drums and rap and just be whoever I am, dude. And my whole life has been a gamble. After high school, I was like, you know what? I'm never going to find a girl in this town. People already think I'm weird. People already, like, think I'm ugly, and so why should I, like, try to fit in this little, like, fishing town, you know? Like, that's what it is, Kodiak. I already knew I was never going to fit in here. I already knew I was going to get a girl to love me. And you know what? I learned the game. I learned how to dress nice. I learned how to do all this bullshit. And I got laid a couple of times. And then these women they just wanted to fling. It's like, oh, I thought all you wanted was sex. But they were the ones who only wanted sex. Or I don't know what it was. Like, I made them think I was cool for a little bit. And then I got all ooey gooey, and I don't know, man. I had a couple of bad experiences. And it's funny because those bad experiences were actually just getting laid and having promiscuous sex. And I was like, oh, so this is it? Like, this is all normies do? They try to impress superficial women, and then they bang them, and then those women move on, and they get used and abused again. And women don't like it, is the funny thing. When women get played like that, they usually don't like it, because women are biologically not hardwired to like promiscuous sex. I mean, that's in movies and that's in TV shows. It's like, oh, he slept with me and never called me again. And they usually have to make some sort of an excuse. But I don't know, maybe things are changing. I mean, I'm talking about 2013. Maybe women are just, like, trying to embrace hookup culture, bro. But it goes against what we are, man. We were created by God. This is what I learned on my journey, figuring out what I believe and being an intellectual, bro. Like, I don't believe that we evolved from apes. I believe that we were created by God to have dominion over the earth, and that sex is a sacred part of a marriage and what binds a potential mother and father together to have a family, bro. And the reason that I'm still thinking about hookups, and the reason I still look at pornography sometimes and all that, is because I had some issues, bro. I had kind of a traumatic childhood. I experienced some negative things growing up. I got into pornography really young, and I know that. Like, I still feel these certain kind of ways, but I know that it comes from a place of dysfunction. So, yeah, I don't really know where I was going with all of that, but the point is, guys, is those are the three paths. You can try to save the shattering image of what you thought you were supposed to be. You can sit there and be like, this is too much, this is too hard, I'm just going to keep watching Blackpill videos and feel like shit. Or you can leave behind the material and figure out what it is you believe and read. And because you to get this far, dude, it means you're kind of smart. Seriously, like, you gotta understand, just to kind of like go easy on yourself. The reason a lot of guys are like, dude, you're weird, and the black pill's weird, and like, they're too stupid to understand. There's statistics involved. Like, they don't understand the statistics, and they don't care about science. The black pill is like science. They only care about science. We're gonna go to Mars, the Mars rover. Oh, dude, these people, they don't get it. They don't get the black pill. It's too much for them. But my camera's dying, dude, so it's like, that's it, man. Some people are too stupid to even make it as far as you have. And, like, do not underestimate how stupid some people are out there. I'm not saying it's everybody, but they exist, dude. There's people who will just fumble and fall and get hit in the head, and you recognized a pattern. You recognized, wow, like, it's not working for me. What's happening? And they're like, I'll just try again, I guess. Keep trying, even though... They don't even recognize the same things are happening over and over again. And then they get married, bro. And maybe it's not a great marriage because they don't realize anything. But maybe it is because there's a couple of idiots getting married. So choose. Choose wisely. You can switch paths. But if you go really far down the lone wolf path, it might get to a point where you're like, oh, wait, no, I chose the wrong path. And it's too late. So think about it and choose, my friends. And all of it kind of involves, the two paths that you want to pick from involve not watching as much black pill content. So, I wish you the best. God bless.